This is the third video of chapter P block element. Now in this we'll start with the topic phosphorus. The phosphorus, it exists in three allotropic forms in which they are three types. Number one is white phosphorus. Now white phosphorus is number one, translucent, poisonous, insoluble in water, soluble in carbon disulfide, less stable and more reactive due to the angular strain in the P4 molecule. You can see here that 4 P atoms are arranged in a tetrahedron in which the both vertical as well as horizontal bonds are there, and this bond angle is 60 degree. So this can be easily broken, therefore it is more reactive. Now second type is red phosphorus. Now red phosphorus can be prepared by heating white phosphorus at 573 Kelvin in inert atmosphere. It gives you red phosphorus. Red phosphorus, when heated at high pressure, it forms black phosphorus. The color of red iron is grey luster. Now red phosphorus is odorless, non-poisonous, insoluble in water as well as carbon disulfide, less reactive than white phosphorus. It does not glow in dark. When any substance glow in dark, the property is called luminescence, chemiluminescence. अभी बताएंगे आपको. Now here this red phosphorus is polymeric in nature. Different atoms of P4 molecules are linked in a straight chain. So this is polymeric in nature, whereas the white phosphorus exists as a single molecule. Now third type of allotrope is alpha phosphorus. They are of two types, alpha black phosphorus and beta black phosphorus. Alpha black phosphorus is formed when red phosphorus is heated in sealed tube at 803 Kelvin. Red phosphorus is heated in sealed tube at 803 Kelvin, then it is called as or it is formed, that is alpha black phosphorus. Now beta black phosphorus, it is prepared by heating white phosphorus at 473 Kelvin. Now when white phosphorus burns in air, it glows with a green glow. It glows with a green glow, and this phenomena is called as chemiluminescence. कभी कभी आपको साधु बाबा लोग बोलते हैं कि जो है जहाँ पे बॉडीज जलाई जाती हैं वहाँ रात में आग दिखाई देने लगती है. तो वो आग सिर्फ इसलिए कि जो हड्डियों में फॉस्फोरस होता है वो ऑक्सीजन के साथ कंबाइन करके P4O10 देता है, और इसके वेपर्स जब हवा में कनेक्ट कर जाते हैं तो वो आपको चमक पैदा दिखाई देती है. मतलब दैट इज कॉल्ड केमिकल एलिमेंट्स मीन्स शाइनिंग. सो white phosphorus burn in the air with a faint green glow. Next important property, many times it has been asked in board, what happens when phosphorus reacts with caustic soda solution. So this reaction, this is the example of disproportionation reaction. That is, the same element undergoes oxidation as well as reduction, is called disproportionation reaction. So P4 plus 3NOH plus 3H2O gives you PH3 phosphine and 3NaH2PO2 sodium hypophosphite. Sodium hypophosphite. Next is phosphine. phosphine, it is a very toxic gas with garlic-like smell. When inhaled, it can cause restlessness, followed by tremors, fatigue, drowsiness, nausea, and often severe gastric pain. In some cases, it may result in coma or conversions and even to death. A method of preparation of phosphine. Now, phosphine can be prepared by the hydrolysis of calcium phosphide. Calcium phosphide undergoes hydrolysis to form phosphine and calcium hydroxide. Second reaction is aluminum phosphide reacts with sulfuric acid. It forms phosphine and aluminum sulfate. On large scale, we can prepare phosphine by treating with sodium hydroxide solution. This reaction previously we have studied. So the same reaction can be used to prepare phosphine on large scale. So P4 plus 3NOH plus 3H2O gives you PH3 plus 3NaH2 PO2. Now phosphine, when pure, it is non-inflammable, jalta nahi hai, but becomes flammable due to the impurity of P2H4 or P4 vapors. So if phosphine is not pure, then it will start burning. Now how to purify phosphine? We allow the phosphine to react with hydrogen iodide to form phosphonium iodide. This phosphonium iodide, again when treated with potash, KOH, then it forms potassium iodide plus H2O plus PH3. तो इसी में आपको प्यूरिफिकेशन का मेथड भी मिल गया और फिर दोबारा से फिर जो PH4I बनेगा उसको दोबारा से उससे phosphine निकालना है तो by treating with KOH. Now properties में physical properties, it is a colorless gas. It has rotten fish smell or garlic smell, highly poisonous, and it explodes when comes in contact with oxidizing agent like nitric acid, chlorine and bromine vapors. Now next is chemical reaction of phosphine. Now phosphine when reacts with chlorine, it forms phosphorus pentachloride. Phosphorus pentachloride and HCl. Phosphine when reacts with copper sulfate, it forms copper phosphide and sulfuric acid. Next reaction is that when it reacts with mercuric chloride, then it forms mercuric phosphide and HCl. This we have studied, उसी का version है कि when phosphine reacts with HBr, it forms phosphonium bromide. It forms phosphonium bromide. Now uses of phosphine. Phosphine is when the spontaneous combustion of phosphine is done, it is used in Holmes signals. Spontaneous combustion of phosphine is used in Holmes signals. Number 2, the containers containing calcium carbide and calcium phosphide, when they are pursed with bullets, then hole is formed in which, and when these containers are thrown into sea, gases are evolved. So from calcium carbide we will get acetylene, and from calcium phosphide we will get phosphine, and when they comes in contact with air they start giving flames. So they are used as signals for signals in sea. समुद्री जहाज वगैरह को सिग्नल देने के लिए इसका इस्तेमाल किया जाता है. And last, it is used in preparation of artificial smoke screens. तो जहां भी आर्टिफिशियली धुआं दिखाना है तो इसका इस्तेमाल किया जाता है. Now next is that is phosphorus trichloride. Now phosphorus can form two types of halides. Number one, that is trihalite. Now when dry chlorine is passed over white phosphorus, then it forms phosphorus trichloride. P4 plus 6Cl2 gives you phosphorus trichloride, 4PCl3. It is also obtained by the action of thionyl chloride, SOCl2. Sulfuric chloride is SO2Cl2. Now here it is SOCl2. There is a mistake here. So when phosphorus reacts with thionyl chloride, it also forms trichloride, sulfur monochloride and sulfur dioxide. Now properties of phosphorus trichloride. Phosphorus trichloride undergoes hydrolysis to form phosphorus acid and HCl. So phosphorus trichloride can fume in air due to the formation of hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid बनने की वजह से it can fume in air. So you can give this example, or you can say reaction you can write down in support of your answer. Next, PCl3 reacts with Cl2. It forms PCl5. These two reactions we have studied in haloalkanes and haloarenes, that when acetic acid reacts with PCl3, it gives, now this is an acid we have studied, it forms, that is ethanoyl chloride or acid chloride and phosphoric acid. Second is when ethyl alcohol reacts with PCl3, it forms ethyl chloride and phosphoric acid. Next reaction is, that is when AgCN reacts with PCl3, it forms phosphorus cyanide. Valency of phosphorus here is 3, so that is why PCN whole thrice plus AgCl. In boards, generally question is asked to complete the following equation. Reactant will be given to you and you have to write down the products. In inorganic equation should be balanced. Now next topic is pentachloride. Almost same it is. The difference is that excess of chlorine gas is passed over white phosphorus, then it forms pentachloride. P4 plus 10Cl2 gives you 4PCl5. आप बस अंतर देखिए, बस बैलेंसिंग में अंतर है. लिमिटेड अगर होगा तो ट्राइक्लोराइड बनाएगा, एक्सेस होगा तो पेंटाक्लोराइड बनाएगा. सेकेंड रिएक्शन को भी हमेशा कंपैरिजन करके पढ़ना चाहिए. आपने जब PCl3 बनाया तो थायोनिल क्लोराइड लिया था, और हम PCl5 बना रहे हैं तो सल्फ्यूरिल क्लोराइड ले रहे हैं. SO2Cl2 is called as sulfuryl chloride. तो ये बनाता है आपका PCl5 plus 10SO2. Now properties of PCl5. PCl5 undergoes hydrolysis to form phosphorus oxychloride and HCl. If this reaction is further proceeded, same reaction PCl5, if more amount of water is added, then it forms phosphoric acid and HCl. Now PCl5 on heating undergoes sublimation to form PCl3 and Cl2. वहां पे PCl3 प्लस Cl2 जो है कंबाइन करता है तो PCl5 बना देता है, लेकिन अगर टेम्परेचर बढ़ा दिया जाए तो PCl5 अनस्टेबल होगा और सबलाइम करके इट फॉर्म्स PCl3 plus Cl2. Now this reaction again it is similar to the PCl3 only. That this product formed is when alcohol reacts, it forms ethyl chloride in PCl3 also and PCl5 also. Only the byproduct changes. Here byproduct will be POCl3 and HCl, but in PCl3 it was H3PO3. Here in this case, acetic acid reacts with PCl5. It gives, that is, ethanoyl chloride, phosphorus oxychloride and HCl. PCl5 reacts with metals like silver to form silver halide, that is silver chloride, and tin to form, that is stannic chloride. So Ag plus PCl5 gives you 2AgCl plus PeCl3. Sn plus PCl5 gives you SnCl4 plus PCl3. मतलब कि ये PCl3 टूट रहा है और Cl2 का यूज यहाँ हो जा रहा है इनके साथ, बचा हुआ PCl3 साथ में आपको मिल जा रहा है. Now structure of PCl3 and PCl5. Now structure PCl3, the structure of PCl3 is similar to ammonia. In this, one lone pair of electron is present and the structure here, the hybridization will be sp3 hybridization. Here the hybridization will be sp3, but slight repulsion will be there. sp3 में tetrahedral होता है, but ये tetrahedral ना होके थोड़ा सा distorted होगा. PCl5, the structure is trigonal bipyramidal. Now one question is asked in board कि all the 5 bonds of PCl5 are not equivalent. So you will answer that the 3 equatorial bonds, PCl bonds are equivalent. जो इस पे आपका बेस पे है वो सारे के सारे बॉन्ड इक्वल रहते हैं, लेकिन जो है आपके एक्सेस वाले जो 2 बॉन्ड हैं वो जो है लंबे रहते हैं as compared to the equatorial bond. So the answer is due to the repulsion between axial bond pair and that is equatorial bond pair. Axial bond pair suffers more repulsion than equatorial bond pair. Axial bond pair suffers more repulsion as that is equatorial bond pair. इतना नहीं याद रहे तो इतना आप सिंपल याद रख लीजिए कि the repulsion between that is equatorial bond pair and axial bond pair, that 5 bonds are not equivalent. एक और क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है कि in solid state PCl5 exist as ionic solid. Why? तो आंसर होगा आपका कि the PCl5 undergo combine to form coordination compound like PCl4. This is the coordination compound, square bracket में लिखा रहता है, and PCl6 minus, in which this is आपका कंपाउंड ये है, इसमें जो PCl4 प्लस टेट्राहेड्रल होता है और PCl6 माइनस जो है ऑक्टाहेड्रल होता है. तो इसकी कोऑर्डिनेशन कंपाउंड बनाने की वजह से वो आयनिक सॉलिड के रूप में एग्जिस्ट करता है. नेक्स्ट है आपका ऑक्सी एसिड्स ऑफ फास्फोरस. सो ऑक्सी एसिड्स ऑफ फास्फोरस में आप देखेंगे कि यहाँ पर है आपका पहला है H3PO2 हाइपोफॉस्फोरस एसिड. इसका स्ट्रक्चर बनाने के लिए आपको जो है देखना होगा कि एक बॉन्ड हमेशा P डबल बॉन्ड O ही रहेगा हर एक में. जहां भी ऑक्सीफॉस्फोरस एसिड्स होंगे तो अगर डाई होगा तो दो होगा और मोनो होगा तो सिंगल होगा. तो आपका एक ऑक्सीजन जो है वो लिंक कर गया P डबल बॉन्ड O के साथ. अब इसमें सिर्फ इसके पास एक ही ऑक्सीजन बचा, वो ऑक्सीजन जो है कंबाइन करके OH बना लेता है. अब बचा दो हाइड्रोजन जो है मिलके आपका ये pH बॉन्ड बना लेते हैं. सेकेंड है आपका H3PO3 ऑर्थोफॉस्फोरस एसिड. यहाँ पर देखिए एक P डबल बॉन्ड O बन गया. उसके बाद बचा आपका 3 हाइड्रोजन है और 2 ऑक्सीजन है. तो 2 ऑक्सीजन है, 2 ऑक्सीजन के साथ इसने 2 OH बना लिए और बचा हुआ एक pH बन गया. H3PO4 में आप देखेंगे कि आपका एक P के साथ डबल बॉन्ड O बन गया. अब बच गया आपका 3 हाइड्रोजन और 3 ऑक्सीजन. इसका मतलब कि तीनों बॉन्ड POH होंगे. अब इस पे क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है कि रिड्यूसिंग कैरेक्टर, जिस एसिड में जितने ज्यादा pH बॉन्ड होंगे वो उतना ही अच्छा रिड्यूसिंग एजेंट होगा. और बेसिसिटी निकालने के लिए आप इसमें देखेंगे कि जितने OH बॉन्ड होंगे उतनी ही उसकी बेसिसिटी होगी. इसका मतलब H3PO2 की बेसिसिटी 1 होगी, H3PO3 में बेसिसिटी 2 होगी, H3PO4 में एसिडिटी बेसिसिटी जो है आपकी 3 होगी. जितने OH आयन होंगे वो उसकी बेसिसिटी बताएगा और जितने ज्यादा pH बॉन्ड होंगे उतना अच्छा वो रिड्यूसिंग एजेंट होगा. नेक्स्ट है आपका दैट इज पायरोफॉस्फोरस एसिड. पायरोफॉस्फोरस एसिड में पायरोफॉस्फोरिक एसिड है H4P2O7. अब 2 P हो गए, 2 P होने से आपका 2 POH बॉन्ड हो गया. दो POH बॉन्ड हो गया. अब बच गया हमारे पास 7 में से 5 बचा. 5 में से 4 ऑक्सीजन तो हाइड्रोजन के साथ हो गया, ये पहला, दूसरा, तीसरा, चौथा. अब एक ऑक्सीजन बचा, वो इसके बीच में POP बना लेता है और इनके बीच में जो ये बॉन्ड एंगुलर रहता है ड्यू टू द रिपल्शन बिटवीन दैट इज इसके ऊपर जो है 2 लोन पेयर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन ऑक्सीजन रहेंगे, उसकी वजह से उस पर रिपल्शन पाया जाता है. Now next topic is that is group 16 elements. Now group 16 elements में जो है आपके members हैं that is ऑक्सीजन, सल्फर, सेलेनियम, टेल्यूरियम, पोलोनियम. Oxygen symbol O and it exists as diatomic molecule and rest of the elements exist as octatomic molecule. Sulfur S, selenium Se, tellurium Te and polonium is radioactive and it is the product of a radioactive decay product of thorium and यूरेनियम. रेडियो एक्टिव है, इसकी हाफ लाइफ बहुत कम होती है, इसलिए इसके बारे में हम ज्यादा पढ़ते नहीं हैं. नाउ अकरेंस, ऑक्सीजन एग्जिस्ट एज 46.6% बाय मास ऑफ अर्थ क्रस्ट एंड ड्राई ऑक्सीजन 21% बाय वॉल्यूम इन एटमॉस्फेयर. सल्फर जो है वो सिर्फ 0.03 to 0.1% एग्जिस्ट करता है. रेस्ट ऑफ द एलिमेंट्स जो है जैसे कि सेलेनियम और टेल्यूरियम जो है वो आपके मेटल सेलेनाइड्स और मेटल टेल्यूराइड्स के रूप में पाए जाते हैं. ऑक्सीजन फैमिली के एलिमेंट्स को हम लोग कैल्कोजेंस बोलते हैं. व्हाई? बिकॉज मोस्ट ऑफ द एलिमेंट एग्जिस्ट एज मिनरल्स इन द फॉर्म ऑफ ऑक्साइड्स, सल्फाइड्स and sulfates. बहुत सारे जो आपके एलिमेंट्स हैं जो कि ऑक्साइड, सल्फाइड, सल्फेट के फॉर्म में ही पाए जाते हैं, इसीलिए इनको हम लोग कैल्कोजेंस कहते हैं. Now, sulfur exists in combined state and the few examples are given here. Number one, gypsum. Gypsum is CaSO4.2H2O and when gypsum is heated, it forms plaster of Paris. पढ़ा है आपने CaSO4.12H2O class 10th में पढ़ा है. Second is Epsom salt. The Epsom salt is MgSO4.7H2O, magnesium sulfate heptahydrate. Third example is barite. Example is BaSO4 formula. Sulfide के फॉर्म में भी पाया जाता है. Example is galena, PbS, zinc blende, ZnS, copper pyrite, CuFeS2. ये सारे के सारे अपने अपने एलिमेंट्स के ओर्स हैं. Now, traces of sulfur are found in the form of H2S in volcanoes. लावा के साथ जो है H2S गैस भी निकलती रहती है. Sulfur is also found in organic material like eggs, proteins, garlics, onion, mustard, hair wool which contain sulfur. Now electronic configuration. The general electronic configuration of group 16 is NS2 NP4. So oxygen atomic number 8 and its configuration will be 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. It means 6 valence electrons are present and second shell. So oxygen is present in second period, sulfur is present in third period, selenium fourth period, tellurium fifth period and polonium sixth period. You can generate the atomic number simply by adding second period to third period plus 8, third period to fourth period 18, fourth period to fifth period 18, then 32. Likewise you can add and you can generate the atomic number. Next is general periodic trends of this group. Number one is that is atomic radii. As we move from left to right in the periodic table, the atomic radii decreases due to the increase in the number of electrons in the valence shell and protons in the nucleus. So force of attraction increases and contraction in size takes place. But as we move down the group, the size increases and the size increases due to the increase in the number of shells. जैसे जैसे periods में नीचे जाएंगे तो shells बढ़ती जाती हैं और shells बढ़ने की वजह से उनका size बड़ा होता जाता है. So oxygen is exceptionally small, बहुत छोटा होता है. Second property है आपका that is electronegativity. Electronegativity is the ability of the atom to attract the shared pair of electron. So as we move down the group, electronegativity decreases. So in this group, oxygen has second position as an electronegative element, and as we move from left to right in the periodic table, electronegativity increases. And as the electronegativity down the group decreases, metallic character increases from oxygen to polonium. Next is ionization energy. Ionization energy is the amount of energy required to remove an electron from the isolated gaseous atom. So down the group, ionization energy decreases and it decreases due to the increase in size. Ionization energy of group 15th is greater than group 16th. ये एक्सेप्शन है. जैसे अगर रूल के हिसाब से देखेंगे तो ग्रुप 16 का ज़्यादा होना चाहिए, लेकिन ग्रुप 15 का ज़्यादा रहता है because group 15 the elements are exactly stable half-filled orbital. Next is electron affinity. It is the tendency of the element to attract or to gain, not attract, to gain an electron. Here we can see that the two electrons are less to complete the octet. So as we move down the group, size increases, electron affinity decreases. Melting point, amount of energy required to break the bond to change a solid phase substance to a liquid phase. So as we move down the group, it increases down the group, and there is a large difference in the melting point and boiling point from oxygen to sulfur, because oxygen is diatomic whereas sulfur is octatomic. Similarly, boiling point also increases down the group. Next is oxidation state. The general electronic configuration of this group is Ns2np4. Therefore, the most common oxidation state is -2. But in the excited state, it can also show the oxidation state of +2, +4 and +6. The stability of -2 oxidation state decreases down the group. The stability of -2 oxidation state decreases down the group. Polonium hardly shows -2 oxidation state. Oxygen show -2 oxidation state due to high electronegativity. In case of OF2, the oxidation state of oxygen is +2. So it is the only compound in which oxidation state of oxygen is +2. Now other element shows oxidation state of +2, +4 and +6, but +4 and +6 oxidation state are common. Sulfur, selenium, tellurium show +4 oxidation state and +6 oxidation state in their fluorides. Note it down. That is, these three elements shows +4 oxidation state, but +6 oxidation state they show in fluoride. Now stability of the +6 oxidation state decreases, or in general we can study that the lower oxidation states are more stable due to inert pair effect. Now, inert pair effect is the reluctance of s orbital electron to take part in bond formation. Now the bonding in +4 and +6 oxidation state are covalent, and the lower oxidation state are ionic. Sometimes question is asked, compounds are given, then you have to attack which one is more covalent. तो ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट जिसका जितना कम रहेगा उसका आयनिक कैरेक्टर उतना ज़्यादा रहेगा, यानी कि कोवलेंट कैरेक्टर उतना कम रहेगा और दूसरे का ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट उतना ही ज़्यादा रहेगा. Now chemical properties of oxygen. Sulfur reacts with oxygen to form sulfur dioxide. Sulfur reacts with nitric acid to form sulfuric acid, nitrogen dioxide and water. Sulfur reacts with caustic soda, that is NaOH, to form Na2SO3, sodium sulfide, both are formed, and water. Now sulfur reacts with non-metals like carbon, hydrogen and fluorine to form respective compounds. For example, Sulfur reacts with carbon to form carbon sulfide, that is carbon disulfide, solvent के रूप में इस्तेमाल करते हैं. Second is sulfur reacts with hydrogen to form hydrogen sulfide. This is used in the analysis of cations and anions, especially cations, second group and fourth group. Sulfur reacts with fluorine to form sulfur hexafluoride. With metals like copper, it forms copper sulfide. Now reactivity of the 16th group elements. The metallic character increases as we move down the group because size increases. Therefore, now oxygen and sulfur are typical non-metal. Selenium and tellurium are metalloids. And polonium is a metal. The tendency to form multiple bond decreases down the group. For example, CO2 is stable, CS2 is moderately stable, whereas CSE2 decomposes radially and CTE2 is not formed. So in today's video, we have studied the phosphorus, their allotropes, phosphine, phosphorus halides, oxidation state, and the reactivity of the 16th group elements.